David, this is your first trip here at the Hampel Skinwalker farm. What's your first reaction, your honest reaction?
Very, very strange vibe here. It reminds me of some other places I've been to that have a whole range of legends attached to them. Places like Skinwalker Ranch or the Superstition Mountains.
Yeah.
Uinta Basin of Utah, which is where the ranch is. There's just some regions that something's just off. Just doesn't quite feel right.
Well, really quick, I remember coming up to you, and you were actually looking through the thermal, through the flare.
Yeah.
And I was over here getting some good shots over back here too, checking things out.
Right.
So then I came over here. Now, go ahead and do your explaining.
Well, I've just been scanning this whole area sort of in an arc with the thermal, but taking a couple of breaks here and there from my eyes, and had just taken it away from my eyes for a moment. I actually was just looking over in this direction.
Okay.
And kind of looking around and saw a flash of light over here. Honestly, I first thought it was somebody with a flashlight. It took me a second to realize that you'd gone that way and not walked around. But then I realized it was farther away. I put the thermal up in that direction, and the light was pretty quick. But I put the thermal in that direction. It didn't pick up anything at all, and the light was gone. So I don't know what that is. You're saying there's no house in that direction?
No. There
is a gap in the tree.
There's a gap. Do you remember? Do you remember when I showed you where I saw the beast in 2015? Remember that big field?
Yes.
That's where you're looking.
Oh, that's that direction.
That's that direction. That's that field. There's nothing there, which is the north wood line, which you can't see here.
Wow.
And that's actually where we've had. Oh, this is big because you know where Lee sets up his camera for all the activity? Right where you're looking.
Really?
Yes. I see. Let's go investigate.
Yeah. It was pretty much dead center of what I was perceiving as the gap. So right up in here somewhere. I mean, it could have been.
All right, now, number one, we're dumb for doing this. Because,
I wouldn't say that.
Well, no, I'm just saying. So you were saying instantly you got here, without me trying to feed you any information about what it's like out here, and you got that vibe, right? Or
yeah, it's a very strange place. Everything about this place is it's a little bit off. It's one of those places that things just feel unnatural. I think is the term.
You've been to a lot of places too.
I have, all over the world, and occasionally, I find places like this where something is just slightly, I don't know, out of whack.
Yeah.
Everything about this place just feels different. It doesn't feel like you're in a normal field somewhere. It just there's something very odd, something very unsettling to a degree, something very strange. You get different sensations out here. At one point we felt like what seemed like static electricity just walking across a field.
And you felt that too?
Yeah, I did. We both stopped at the same time and said
we did
feel that. So
we did.
Yeah,
that's what I felt like it was going through me, which was I've never felt that before out here.
Right.
And then we both felt it at the same time.
These are the kind of places, I've talked to Native Americans who talk about places like this, and oftentimes there'll be taboo areas. There'll be stories that you just stay out of those places because there's something not right. There's something different. It's some would say it's a place between the world. Hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Some would say it's a spot between the worlds, or a spot that doesn't exist on a normal level. So a lot of ways to look at it, a lot of language, but the bottom line is this is a strange freaking place.
And there's something sneaking up over there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut this off here. Okay, so what did you just say? I just gave you And what happened to it?
Oh, it was fine when it's full power, right? When we left the vehicle.
Full power. I put
Yep.
I put 2 batteries in
Right.
before I came up here. Fresh batteries.
So walking across the field killed it.
Try to hit on.
completely dead. Yeah, it's
That
there's
is crazy.
the battery's completely drained. Which happened at some point after we went through the static electricity, because when we hit that field of static, I actually checked the meter. There was nothing on it. And we continued and walked the rest of the way here to this spot. So this is where it died, over here where I saw the light.
Wow.
Completely drained. Batteries
Just
out.
number one, I am the biggest stickler about coming out with full powered equipment. Anything, okay? That means anything I charge, through the outlets or whatever. This takes 3 AAA batteries that I just put in today before we came up here. And I've never experienced a total drain.
Yeah, it's completely dead.
I'm fascinated by that because I've not experienced this part out here, but it's right. It's as soon as we walk through the electrical whatever. And when we came over here, now I wasn't watching this while you were doing this, but proof's in the pudding, right? Dead.
Yeah, it's
dead
done.
Batteries, brand new.
Done.
I opened them up out of this pack, so they weren't sitting around.
And it was running fine when we stood there at the car and as we walked across the field.
Yeah.
And it made it through that area of static electricity.
Yeah.
It was fine. We got here to this area again where the light was seen, zapped. But there's a theory that when the right people are out working together chasing something, that can make things happen too.
I agree. And the thing is, it's all about, I think, up here more than anything. I think it's because I am open to all these possibilities, that it's not just flesh and blood wolf or flesh and blood ape man or anything like that. I think there is something, I'd love to say otherworldly, but I don't know. That's what I'm saying, is this place is just, I'm speechless. So,
and I had to point out that it was complete synchronicity that we ended up doing this tonight, which happens to be a full moon. We didn't plan that. I didn't look at
I didn't look at it either.
I didn't look at any of it, and we got out here.
And all of a sudden, because it's overcast,
right?
And the overcast is moving like you're in freaking Lon Chaney movie.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the clouds go. Oh, did you hear something?
Yeah.
All right. I'm like hearing just.
So David and Jay hunting werewolves on a full moon.
Under a full moon.
Under a full moon. Yeah.
It doesn't get any better.
Great timing.
All right.